Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 5,227 of the Occasional Bugle podcast. I'm Andrew.
And I am Jonathan.
Jonathan, how we doing?
Good, how are you?
Great. Now let's get into the news. um, um, normally we would kick this off talking about anything topical in the world of comics, movies, and whatnot. But the topic of this week kind of is news, so I figured we jump straight into it.
Hell yeah.
Uh, anything else happen?
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, we have some sad news.
Oh, yes, of course. We heard the passing of Chadwick Boseman.
May he rest in peace.
Very upsetting.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like by all accounts, like fantastic guy. But anyway, would you like to kick off the fandom festivities or?
Sure.
So,
I will start by saying my favorite part of it.
ooh,
I loved the Suicide Squad panel. I thought that was a hoot.
the movie.
Yeah. Yes, I forgot the game was also
Yeah,
announced.
yeah, that was a real highlight for me. Actually, I have these all the big ones anyway. I have them in the order
Oh,
they
let's
kind
do
of
that then.
dropped. So, first thing we started off with Wonder Woman 1984. Nothing like particularly groundbreaking, but it looks good.
Yeah, I was whelmed.
Yeah, yeah, I was like appropriately whelmed.
Mm.
We got our first look at Cheetah.
That was nice. That was nice to see.
I think looks pretty good.
I agree.
We got a little bit more Maxwell Lord, which is a good time.
I keep forgetting he's in it. I really do.
Yeah, just not really much to say other than it looks good. It looks like it could be a good time. I like the 80s setting. Chris Pine does like an 80s outfit montage, which
Love
is
it.
that's a good time. So I'm looking forward to that.
I love the reversal between that and because Wonder Woman did that in the
Yeah,
first movie.
yeah, yeah, yeah. This looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
hmm
Um, what's the release date? Is it like November this
I
year?
thought it was supposed to be August, and then I realized I was like, August
Yeah.
came and went, nothing happened.
I think it's like October, November.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah, ideally.
Hopefully.
Um, once that's out, we'll maybe do an episode on it if we actually feel like going to a theater.
Yeah.
Next up, we had the game reveal from Warner Brothers Montreal, Gotham Knights.
Very excited.
I think this looks pretty cool. You play as the Bat family, and Batman is dead. Although I have my suspicions. Everyone on Twitter is like, he's definitely not dead.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So
Do that all the time. It's not.
yeah. The Court of Owls are, I guess, the main focus of this game.
I thought that was pretty creepy, the Talon part.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think like I saw a lot. Like the most popular theory is that like Bruce Wayne isn't dead. He's like hunting down the Court of Owls, or he's been captured by the Court of Owls.
Right.
So that's, and like literally any of those are as realistic as the other. So
Right. Yeah.
um, but this has kind of gotten a mixed reaction, which a lot of people are drawing comparisons to like the Avengers video game, which has
Mm,
been getting intermittent kickings on the internet. But I'm excited to play it. But anyway, a lot of people don't like the whole games as a service type thing, which
what do you
is
mean?
like I don't even know, like it's like continuous content being streamed into the game as opposed to just putting out one
Oh,
complete project.
Right.
which,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, we don't necessarily know that that's what this is because
Right.
like they haven't exactly teased like, oh, there's going to be more people to play as the way Avengers has, but like it looks like it does have that kind of costume customization mechanic.
Yeah, I like that better. It seems like you can actually
Yeah,
customize instead of being like, oh, it's a skin.
yeah, which I like, but I also like the way it's done in the Arkham games, where it's just like, yeah, just play it like pick a different suit from the comics and play as that.
Yeah.
Like I don't, I'm lukewarm on gear systems in video games. Like I think Injustice 2 did it pretty well.
Yeah, if it's like that, I'll be happy.
Yeah, but like I certainly don't want to have to pay money to to get good shit.
I
But
agree with that, yeah.
um, yeah, and they also have stuff like damage counters and health bars for enemies, which is something that's never been in these games. But also, this isn't connected to the Arkham games, so it's a fresh start.
See, part of me feels I'd rather switch that and the Suicide Squad in the continuity wise. Kind of wish Gotham Knights was in Arkham. I mean, I've never played the Arkham games, but the fact that you have to kill the Justice League in the Arkham like verse. I mean,
Yeah.
how do you feel about that?
Um. Well, you haven't you don't know anything about Arkham Knight, so I can't really spoil anything. But I think the way Arkham Knight ends, it doesn't necessarily hinder the idea of the Kill the Justice League game, and I think
Okay.
there's an interesting way you can lead into that.
Okay.
But we'll talk about Suicide Squad a little bit later. Um, it's being released on the current gen consoles and next gen, so Xbox One, PS4, PS5, whatever the other Xbox is.
Series
Um,
X, I think.
yeah, yeah. So that's great. I'm glad I don't have to buy a new thing yet.
I feel the same way.
Yeah. Yeah. That's literally been that idea has been haunting me for the past few months.
Same here. I had to like text my cousin like, "Are you getting the new gen this year or next year?" And he's like, "Probably next year." I'm like, "Okay, so I have
Yeah.
time to save money."
I would never buy a console at launch.
I'd get it at like Christmas, possibly,
Yeah, or like
depending.
I'll wait a year or two when it's significantly cheaper
Right.
and get it bundled with a game.
Right.
So
For me, it all depends on like who I'm playing with. Right now, I
yeah,
don't really play with anyone,
yeah.
so I can do it on my own terms.
That's another thing. This is co-op. I don't. Did they mention if it's up to 4 player co-op or is it just two at a time?
I think it's four, and I think that makes sense because then you could be everybody.
I know Suicide Squad is 4 at a time. You can play 1 to 4 people.
I'm gonna
Um,
Google it real quick.
yeah.
Do you have any more thoughts on it?
Um, no, I mean, I think I like the aesthetic of it. How it's a little bit more like neon Technicolor than like the Arkham games were. It's got its own aesthetic, which is nice. Who do you think you're gonna end up playing as for
Nightwing,
Nightwing? Yeah, probably me too. Either Nightwing or Red Hood.
Red Hood. Yeah,
Yeah.
same here. I did look it up. It's co-op to two people, not four.
Okay, so it's two at a time. Okay, that's
Which kind of sucks,
reasonable.
but at the same time, it is what it is.
I'd rather like a focused 2 player co-op than just a mess of 4 people running around.
That's true, because then it could like even be like super easy because you have four people. You know, it
Yeah,
doesn't like give much of a challenge.
yeah. Um, all right, that's all I really have for Gotham Knights. Let's move on to the Flash.
The movie or
Um,
the TV show?
the movie. I don't have anything about the TV
Okay,
show.
good, because I don't want to talk about it.
I
Um,
I just have written here. God, Ezra Miller is annoying.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like I've always been like optimistic about him, but when we were going through that, I was like, just shut up.
Yeah, he was really irritating that whole time. Um, I really want them to recast, but the director confirmed like the whole time travel and Flashpoint thing, which is nice to have. Like, it's kind of been more or less confirmed for a few months now, but it's nice to hear him say it.
Right, yeah.
Um, we get a new look at the new suit he gets, which is designed by Bruce Wayne, I think.
Should be interesting.
And we get a look at some concept art of him and Michael Keaton.
It is Michael
Which
Keaton.
it is, yeah. Which that looked really cool. Um, yeah, I mean, this was like a 5 minute panel, so there really wasn't
It wasn't a lot.
much, but I mean, the stuff they showed us was cool. It was more or less just confirming stuff that everyone knew,
Right.
but
Yeah.
I don't necessarily mind that.
I
And
like the new
just
wings on the helmet.
yeah, I think the suit looks really cool.
Yeah.
I just wish there was someone less irritating in it. But anyway, uh, all right, the Suicide Squad.
I think if I had to compare that to Gotham Knights, I think I'd get Suicide Squad over Gotham Knights.
This is the movie.
Oh, the movie
Yeah,
I'm very excited for.
yeah. That this was like one of the main highlights of the whole show for me.
Yeah, me too.
Um, I think like the whole cast is really funny together.
Yeah.
Just everyone shitting on Michael Rooker for 20 minutes.
Poor Pete Davidson didn't get picked. I called it too.
Oh, that was so funny.
He's gonna be picked last, like dead
Yeah.
last. And then it happened. And I was just like, oh.
Have you heard the villain rumors?
Didn't they?
They didn't. They
Isn't it
didn't.
Starro?
That's what everyone's saying. And if you look in the background of some of the behind the scenes footage that they showed, you can see kind of like a pink and blue something attached to people's faces.
Interesting.
Which I mean, that's about as close to confirmation as we can get without actually
Yeah.
confirming it. Which I think that's a great idea.
I think
Having
that's really interesting because Star Wars has been like a big Justice League
yeah,
type of villain.
yeah, I think it's a great idea. I saw some people saying that Taika Waititi could be voicing him.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be in it,
Yeah, he is.
and he wasn't there.
I saw other people saying that he could be Ratcatcher 1 because Ratcatcher 2 is on like the main team.
Yeah, and there was an emphasis on that too because James Gunn goes
There was
Ratcatcher 2.
2. Um, realistically, anyone can die in this except for like Harley Quinn. Like it could be anyone, and probably Amanda Waller. But
You know what I thought was interesting?
Hmm.
So wasn't it thought that Idris Elba was going to be recast as Deadshot?
that was like a very early rumor.
So there's a possibility of Will Smith coming back,
Yeah, I think
and that's what
I
excites
think that's why they didn't end up making Idris Elba Deadshot.
me. Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, if you want to bring Will Smith back or not, I don't care either way.
I feel that.
I didn't love that version of Deadshot, but I'll take more of it if you force feed it to me.
I mean, if they can bring him back and like give us a little more, I'd like that.
Yeah, because like you look at this and you look at fucking David Ayers
Oh my gosh,
shit
chain
show.
wreck.
Like, oh man, like you can tell like one of these people wants to make a cool comic book movie, and one of these people wanted to make a super cool like army porn movie.
Yeah.
Like Rick Flag is wearing all gray and shit, and he just looks like an asshole. And
Yeah.
like in James Gunn, he's got the bright yellow T-shirt,
Yeah.
and it's just like, come on, like. But anyway, I think showing like that behind the scenes footage, that was great. That was like it was enough to get me even more excited for this movie without really giving anything away,
Right, I agree.
which I always appreciate. Yeah, I think it looks like we're getting like kind of two teams in this movie. We're getting like the Pete Davidson team, which has Nathan Fillion and Michael Rooker and Javelin and Weasel and Mongal. And then there's like I guess the main team, which is Bloodsport, Harley Quinn, Polka Dot Man, King Shark, Thinker, um, whoever else is on that team, Rick Flag,
Captain
and
Boomerang.
Captain Boomerang is on the first team, which has me
Interesting.
making me nervous.
But they're gonna kill him off.
Yes.
Well, he could be leading them
Yeah, but
because he's like experienced.
I hope he doesn't die. I really want him to stick around because he's great.
Yeah, I love him.
Um, yeah, that's all I have for Suicide Squad.
I'm very excited about it. I'm glad that they brought back like key people instead of just recasting
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah,
Like Viola Davis, Joel Kinnaman, Jai
yeah.
Courtney,
And
Margot Robbie.
the way James Gunn was kind of talking about it, he was like, "This isn't so much like a continuation of any movie as it is like a direct sequel to John Ostrander's Suicide Squad comics,"
Right.
which is I think that's a really cool idea.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, yeah. Any other thoughts before we move on?
Uh, Not really. No, not really.
The Snyder Cut.
Mm.
I have
Okay, I
written
don't
here.
like Darkseid. I
I
don't like
have
the way it looks.
I have written here warning for grown-ups only because for those who don't know, early on in the day before this panel, um, the trailer for the Snyder Cut leaked, and a reporter like commented on it, not necessarily even saying anything negative. He was just like, "This just looks like a lot of the same footage, but from different angles." And then Zack Snyder responded like oh, this is like you said something about the theatrical cut, that it was like Saturday morning cartoons, and this movie's for grown-ups, so you're not in the demographic. Just coming off like a real shitty little baby.
It's just like, dude, like grow up.
Just
Like you're
maybe like
you're getting your movie made for, and you're probably gonna make a decent amount of money from it. It's just like grow up.
and there was another trailer that leaked with a much more level-headed reaction, but we'll get to that a little bit later. um this looks fine. i
I'm
i,
definitely excited to see what it's going to be.
yeah, but this didn't sell me at all.
No,
It
I
just
mean I
looks
don't think it's gonna be good.
it looks kind of just dull and gray.
I agree.
Really weirdly edited. Like there's no actual movie audio. It's just fucking hallelujah.
I thought that was an interesting choice.
Oh god, he's such a petty fucking asshole. Because for those of you who don't know, in 2009's Watchmen, directed by Zack Snyder, there is a sex scene with Night Owl and Silk Spectre with that song playing over the top, and it is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. And everyone's like, "Hey, this is like the worst needle drop in the history of movies." And so, of course, Zack Snyder, being Zack Snyder, he's like, "Gonna do it again, but worse, I think." um, I just love like this movie is for grown-ups. The first shot is a big gray space alien swinging a flaming hammer. Like, yeah, nice grown-up movie, bud.
I like Steppenwolf's new look,
I don't, yeah,
but I don't think I like Darkseid.
like I don't care about the design as long as he's an actual character. Like
Yeah,
if he looks like a big pincushion and has the same personality, I don't care either way.
who's Steppenwolf?
Yeah,
Okay, that's good because I thought you were talking about Darkseid. I was like, what?
no. Um, we see I think Desaad.
I don't remember seeing him, but I will take your word
He
for it.
has like the face of theatrical cut Steppenwolf, but just under a hood.
Okay. I'm gonna go take another look
Yeah,
at that.
which I don't know. This was like a real low point of the show for me because this was so hyped up and it was so dull.
I agree.
Like
I thought it was funny.
yeah,
I thought it was ridiculously funny.
uh, yeah. I like every time I'm like maybe I'm a little hard on Zack Snyder. He does some bullshit, and it's like no, this guy is kind of the worst.
Yeah.
But
Like I have sympathy for him for all the
of
stuff that
course,
his family's gone through, but
of
I
course, of
just
course. But as a filmmaker, what the
as a
fuck are you doing?
filmmaker, yeah,
What the fuck are you
exactly.
doing? Um, things picked right back up when we got first look at Black Adam.
Bro.
Like I wasn't expecting a lot from this. I was expecting okay, The Rock wants to play a superhero. This looks fucking cool.
I know,
This
yeah.
looks really cool.
Oh,
We get like some really great dynamic concept art, and it was done in like an animatic form,
yeah. It
which
was
was
like
really cool.
yeah. And I like that they
Um,
got Boss Logic to do it. Like he's
yeah,
been like
yeah, that's awesome. Like it's not The Rock like doing his like oh I'm playing a good guy and everything. It's like oh he's like there's maybe some gray area to this character. It's set in the modern day, with I guess some stuff from ancient Egypt. Um, the Justice Society.
that's gonna be cool. I'm excited to see what Doctor Fate
Oh,
is gonna do.
oh.
I know you are too, yeah.
Yeah, we got Doctor Fate, Cyclone, Hawkman, and
Adam
Adam
Smasher.
Smasher.
They
Um,
had him in the panel.
yeah, he was there. Um, yeah, I mean this seems really awesome. I know The Rock tweeted like they wanted to include Hawk Girl, but for
Hmm.
whatever reason they couldn't. I don't know if there's more to that.
That
um,
sounds suspicious.
yeah, but I can't. I'm
Maybe she's gonna be in the Snyder Cut. Who knows?
yeah, fucking may as well throw her in. Um,
Um, did you
I'm
rewatch the panel for that or no?
I saw like bits and pieces of it because I didn't get to see it live. I watched like all the animated concept art stuff. I
Okay.
know he teased like a maybe a Superman thing.
Yeah, that was cool.
Oh no, what's going
Um,
on? Um,
I like that he called literally every superhero out,
yeah,
and he's like, "I'm gonna be the top dog now."
yeah,
And I was like, "Good luck with that, but good for you."
yeah. This was a very pleasant surprise.
Yeah. I'm so
Um,
mad that my computer died in the middle of it because they were all asking like questions I didn't care about, and then the one question I cared
oh
about
yeah,
was what draw you to the character. Then my computer just cut and just stopped right as he was about to answer.
oof,
Like you couldn't time that more perfectly.
yeah. It's interesting to see what this is connected to, if anything.
Well, it's definitely connected to Shazam,
Yeah, yeah,
so DCEU.
yeah. Like at this point, what's connected to anything?
That's fair. It's only like a handful of films, and then they're doing a lot of Elseworlds.
Yeah. Something I heard which is very interesting. It was like I'm so glad DC finally found a direction, which is just no direction. Just make stuff. Like just put out good movies and people will like you again.
Yeah, because I feel like they could even do multiple. Like, if they really wanted to, they could do multiple connected universes, like
Yeah.
the way that they have the TV shows.
And that's the thing. Like they confirmed in one of the panels that like all of this is in the multiverse.
Exactly.
Everything they showed is just an alternate universe. Which
Exactly.
thank God they finally understand what DC is good for. Like
Exactly, because that's what they use that all the time.
the multiverse is their like ace in the hole.
I
Like
agree.
that is a get out of jail free card.
It really is, because then you could just be like, you didn't like that? Well, we're not gonna continue anything in
Here's a
that
different one.
universe.
How many Batman you want? Here's fucking 5. um, yeah, I feel like, and I was so pleasantly like surprised at how good a lot of this stuff looked.
Yeah.
Um,
I want to
yeah,
see the suit though, because it looked different but similar to Shazam. Because I thought it was just going to be Shazam's suit but
it
black,
looked very different to Shazam's. It looked a little more like armored-y,
which kind of
kind
makes
of.
sense because it was like from
Yeah,
5,000 years ago.
yeah. Of course, it would be different. Um, but yeah, that looks great. Shazam, we didn't really get anything other than a title confirmation.
Yeah,
It was
should be
Shazam,
interesting based off the title.
Shazam, Fury of the Gods.
It's like which ones are they talking about? The new
Yeah,
gods, the old gods?
that's another thing. We got nothing new gods.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
was
keep forgetting that's
expecting,
going to be a thing.
I was expecting to get something from that.
We didn't get anything from Young Justice either, and I thought we were going to get something.
I think that might be the September fandom.
They're doing one in September too.
Yeah, they split up. They took some of the stuff from this and moved it to like I think the 16th or 14th.
I'm very excited for that.
So
I
I
didn't hear
think
about
Young
that.
Justice is going to be there. So very
I'm
exciting.
excited.
Um, Titans was in there somewhere. What the fuck, man?
They didn't really do anything. It was
I
just
hate them so much. I haven't watched any of this show, but what the fuck are they doing?
I thought you watched season one.
No, I'm
Ah,
waiting for it to come to HBO Max.
okay.
Um, like what the fuck, man?
It's it's
You're
not a
doing
bad show, but it's not an amazing show. Like it's good.
how,
It's
there's like 40 main characters in the show,
yes, that is the biggest issue.
and they're like, yeah, well, we can afford to do Red Hood and Batgirl in one season,
Forgot they're doing Batgirl. Yeah,
or
I don't think
Barbara
they should.
Gordon at least. It could be Oracle.
I think they're rushing Red Hood.
Oh, absolutely.
But I don't think they're gonna kill him. I think he's just gonna stop being Robin and just be something different. And I think
That's
that's where they're
dumb.
going. Yeah, it's way less interesting.
Oh, and Scarecrow's in it.
Yes.
Sure, just make this a Batman show. Why don't you? Like,
Well, I know Blackfire is gonna be the main villain.
oh,
The same way they had Doctor Light and then Deathstroke in season two.
Blackfire is in Deacon Blackfire.
No, Starfire's sister Blackfire.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like it was Deacon Blackfire. That's kind of cool, like a cult leader thing. But
Oh, that would have been nice.
yeah. I will. I'll definitely watch the show as soon as it comes to Max, which it will soon because DC Universe is gonna fold.
I think they're still gonna keep it because I feel like they can afford it.
No, I think they're gonna shuffle everything onto HBO Max because
I hope so.
recently, I think they took away the option to pay for a year subscription,
Mm,
so you can only go month to month now.
interesting.
Which,
Hmm.
yeah,
As long as Young Justice survives, I don't care where it is.
if I can get all the DC stuff on HBO Max, that is the only streaming service I'd ever need.
Not Netflix or Disney Plus.
Listen, I'll ask the questions here. um, yeah, I don't know what the fuck else to say about Titans. I didn't even have any notes written down. I just remembered that
There
it was a
was
thing.
literally nothing newsworthy except for they're gonna have Barbara Gordon and
Red
Scarecrow.
Hood and Scarecrow. Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
I
Red Hood they
can't.
even announced before this.
I can't believe they're doing Red Hood. Like I cannot believe it.
Dude, that
Every,
outrages you. Just wait till season two's finale.
everyone was like giving them the benefit of the doubt for so long. It was like it's Red Hood seems like something they would do this early, but like I think they'll make the smart choice here, and they didn't.
No, they need to focus on the characters they have instead of just adding new ones all the time. If they really wanted to, they could have made a prequel show called Teen Titans, and then, or season one could have been just introducing the old team and then having a new team come in at the end or something. I don't know.
It's like they're juggling 5 shows at once.
Well, the thing I found so interesting is that it didn't seem like they were going to focus on Hawk and Dove a lot in the first season, and they were like the main. They were like it was really just about like Robin and like Hawk Dove, and then the other three were like side characters almost. Because you didn't get a lot of Garfield, you did get a lot of Raven, and you didn't get a lot of Starfire's backstory.
Okay.
But then they just threw in Wonder Girl as well.
And Aqualad just to kill him off.
I was so mad about that.
Oh god, like what the fuck?
They killed him. Which, hold on, this doesn't make sense, and this is why they shouldn't have killed him. Aquaman is bulletproof.
Yeah.
And he's half Atlantean. So how's a full Atlantean not bulletproof?
Oh Lord.
Answer me that, DC. Please.
Anyway, let's move on. That's enough rage for this episode. Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League.
I'm excited for it. I'll probably get it because I want to kill the Justice League.
I will. I'm absolutely gonna play this. We didn't get any gameplay, whereas we did for Gotham Knights. It was just a cinematic trailer and them talking to Will Arnett for some reason.
That was funny.
Yeah, I like the lineup they have now. I'm assuming there'll be more characters added in later on.
I hope so, because I was really surprised. I was like, they're only doing this 4?
Yeah.
So maybe they'll continue that like the Avengers game.
Yeah. I mean, if it's just like a very focused like 4-player co-op thing, I won't complain. But they did mention it's an open world thing. They said it's like the mechanics of the Arkham games mixed with like third person shooter mechanics.
Okay.
Because everyone in this trailer had a gun, including Captain Boomerang. Which I don't know how I feel about that. But,
yeah, I don't know how I feel about that either.
And they also like made him a speedster.
Yeah, but him and Robin both got like teleportation stuff in the video games.
I know in Gotham Knights they explain it's like, oh, he's hacked into the Justice League's watchtower, so he can do short range teleportation.
That makes sense.
Which, sure, whatever. I'm not going to play as Robin.
Never mind.
With Captain Boomerang, it looked like Speed, which in the comics, the original Captain Boomerang, his son is a speedster. But this is the original Captain Boomerang, so maybe they're just combining elements from.
They could.
Both of them, which I don't know.
As long as it's good and fun to play.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
They're making Superman evil again. Like, for years, people are like, "Hey, Rocksteady, make a Superman game," and they're like, you have to kill him though." Like, so it's a little bit frustrating, but I mean, the rest of the trailer seemed fun.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of killing a bunch of superheroes. So
definitely be interesting.
Yeah. And this is set in the Arkham universe.
Yeah. I mean, I've never played the games, but I don't know how I feel about that. So I'm going to watch the cinematic trailers and see how I feel about that. For not trailers, the whole cutscene.
Yeah. It's... Yeah, I can see how that could lead into this.
Okay.
But I'll leave it at that for now.
Okay.
And the grand finale. The Batman.
Amazing.
I mean, this was far and away the highlight of the show.
Absolutely incredible.
Like, it started off with an interview and like a Q&A with Matt Reeves, which was great. I mean, he seems to like he mentioned, like he's loved Batman his whole life, and like it's nice to see someone who cares about these characters doing something with them.
Someone that's passionate about it.
Yeah. Some minor details. This is set in Batman's second year. Everyone's still kind of finding their own identity. So like Oswald isn't the Penguin, Selena Kyle isn't Catwoman. This is the first time you see the Riddler. And Batman is still kind of figuring his whole deal out.
Right. So is Duct Tape Man the Riddler, you think, or are they supposed to be doing Hush?
Duct Tape Man is the Riddler.
That pisses me off.
Why? He's like the Zodiac killer.
Okay, I thought they were gonna call him Hush though, based on because he looks like Hush but with duct tape.
I don't think he has duct tape on his face. I think it's just like a bag.
Okay, because I was gonna say if they call it Hush and then it's a twist that it's the Riddler, like you're trying to figure out who it is the entire movie, and it ends up being like if like you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean they did that for the animated
I
Hush movie.
know, and I didn't like it. That's why I
I
was
didn't like
like,
it, but I don't think they're gonna do that for this.
yeah, I don't think so either. I just
I think it's
it's
just gonna be the Riddler because he's leaving riddles.
that makes sense. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. You just put my mind at ease because that was a worry I had. I was like, if they're
No,
gonna do the same thing again, I'm not gonna be happy.
yeah, no, but like everything you see of him is like straight up Zodiac killer,
Oh yeah,
which is I think that's a cool
and the
direction to
suit,
take a character like this.
the suit looks
Oh,
amazing.
the Batsuit looks incredible.
It looks so good.
Like I know some people were a little on edge because of the onset photos, which like they always are.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like why are you judging something that's in like at most pre-production?
Right. Like I was
But
like, I have hope for it, but it looks like Daredevil. And
I mean,
then
like it looks great.
yeah, now it's amazing.
One minor complaint, I think the cape is a little short.
I didn't get a good look. I'll
I,
rewatch the
I
trailer.
like the cape to be like touching the floor, like it's way too long.
Okay.
But that's just from like years of reading The Long Halloween.
Right.
Batman's like 8 feet tall and has a 20-foot cape.
That's
But
that's crazy.
um, Colin Farrell.
Oh my gosh, I didn't recognize that that was him. I had no idea who that was. I thought that was gonna be Falcone.
I like the first time they show him in the trailer, I was like, oh, who's that? And then at the end, like you hear him talk, and I'm like, is that fucking Colin Farrell?
I was so once I saw that, like I was like I literally saw it. I was like, holy shit. Like did not even recognize him.
Sounds like they're letting him use his Irish accent, which I'm very happy about.
I didn't know he was Irish. I thought
You know,
I
Colin
didn't
Farrell was
know.
Irish.
I don't see a lot of him. I wasn't sure.
Oh, fair enough.
The only thing I
Um,
think I've seen him in is what is it? Fantastic Beasts.
oh yeah, and he does an accent in that. He does an accent in everything. They never let him use his real accent, and it's
Yeah,
very
so
upsetting.
never knew he was Irish.
The Batmobile looks fucking cool.
It looks nice. I like it.
Just a big, ugly muscle car.
Yeah,
And like they showed the afterburner and everything. It looks so good.
amazing. And I kind of like that too because like Bruce Wayne's always been like a car guy.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
he's always had so many like classic cars. So that makes sense that his Batmobile would be a muscle car.
yeah. There's another thing. The Batcave looks like it's in a train station.
Yeah,
That's really cool. Like I don't know what significance it plays yet, but like that's like what a cool idea.
I agree.
Like it looks like it says like Wayne Terminus on the like the overpass thing, but
That's interesting.
so I guess it's something in his family. We don't see any Andy Serkis
Or John Turturro.
or John Turturro, but I'm sure in due time. This is also this trailer is only from they've only shot 25% of this movie.
Which I think is one amazing that they were able to do that with
Yeah,
that little. But I also think it's interesting that a movie that has been a quarter of the way filmed had a teaser, and a movie that was 100% complete filming, Suicide Squad, didn't have a trailer. Like I'm not complaining about what we got, but
yeah,
I was just very surprised that we didn't
yeah,
get a teaser or trailer.
yeah. I think it matches the tone a little better for the Batman to have the teaser.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just thought it was
yeah.
interesting.
Um, yeah. Like for 25, like to have 25% of your movie shot and to cut together like this incredible a trailer,
Yeah,
like
especially because it was
that's
that good.
oh yeah. This is like one of the best trailers I've seen in a hot minute.
I agree.
Um, it looks like the that Riddler victim that you see at the start is the mayor of Gotham, because I know a lot of this is set around like a campaign for mayor.
Okay.
The person who crashes the car into the crowd and then um, steps out with like the bomb strapped to his chest. That is the Gotham DA, but it's not Harvey.
Oh, maybe Harvey takes his place.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get like a mention of Harvey. Hopefully, I miss Harvey. Um, people have already solved that riddle that's on the card.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't look at
Yeah,
it though.
it's what does a liar do when dead? He lies still. So,
Oh, I get it. That took me a second.
uh,
Uh,
um, we got a few details on the GCPD show set in this universe for HBO Max.
oh, it's
Um,
set in the same.
yeah,
Right, because Matt Reeves is producing it. Right.
yeah. It is set in year one, so it's like
Oh.
the first appearance of the Batman.
Does that mean Robert
Um,
Pattinson's going to be in it?
I wouldn't be surprised if he has the odd cameo, or they could just get like an extra, put him in the suit, and then have him run around in the shadows. But
I just imagine they just pull the guy off the street and just be like, "You're going to run around in the bat suit," and he's just like, "Cool," and he's just
yeah, yeah. It's supposed to be following one GCPD cop through like the emergence of Batman and like all the shit that comes with it.
right.
I believe they mentioned that Jeffrey Wright is in it as Gordon, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Um,
Is he going to be commissioner in the movie? I can't remember.
I don't think so. No,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think they specified what he is yet. Because I know in The Dark Knight he's lieutenant before he becomes commissioner.
Okay.
In Arkham Origins he's Captain Gordon. So
Okay.
you see, early on there's like that big fat guy with the beard in the trailer.
I don't remember, but
Um,
keep going.
he looks like he's at like a press conference, and Gordon is standing behind him. That could be the commissioner. Could be Loeb.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm sure we'll know in due time.
Very excited for that. And I like that it's still slated for 2021, which
Yeah,
means we're going to get it soon.
yeah. It's October, right?
Yes, yes. Now that you
Yeah,
say that, I remember you talking to me about it before.
yeah. And Suicide Squad is August.
Sorry. I'm excited for that. I really like 2021 is going to be a good year.
Oh yeah, it's like those two movies alone.
Knock on wood.
Like if those were the only comic book movies coming out, I'd be more than excited.
I'd still want Eternals because we were supposed to get that, and
Yeah.
I was excited for it, and I want it soon.
In breaking news, they dropped the from the Eternals, so it's just Marvel's Eternals.
I
Now.
saw that. I was like, what was it before?
It was Marvel's
Like,
Eternals, though.
is Eternals though?
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Yeah. Batman was just like exceeded my expectations in every
They
way.
really were smart saving that for last. Because if they
Like,
put that first, like it would have been so boring. The rest of it, like it would have been like, oh, it was good, and
yeah,
then you're just like, oh, that was great.
yeah. This was like the big thing. I'm so excited for whatever the fuck Matt Reeves is doing.
Me too.
Um, you have any other notes before?
I like that they brought the claymation back. That was very nostalgic for me.
Yeah, yeah. That
Because
was
like
fun.
as a kid, I remember being like, oh, it's a new one.
Yeah, it was on
A
like
little
Cartoon
short.
Network or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was a
Uh,
good.
I also thought getting Will Friedle and
Oh, and Kevin Conroy.
yeah, to just like do commentary and call everything out on their bullshit.
that
Like,
was funny.
oh, that was great. That made like watching the whole thing like kind of worth it instead of it just being like, all right, next panel, all right, next panel. It's like, oh, you got this cute little stuff in between.
All right. If we don't have any other thoughts, I'm thinking we can wrap this up.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have anything else.
Yeah. Um,
Anything else we missed? Like Google it.
yeah. Well, maybe we can do it if there's anything interesting that comes out of the September
Yeah, part two.
fandom. We'll do a follow up.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it'll just be in the beginning.
Maybe we'll come back at some point and talk about the Avengers game, whether or not it's good or bad.
Yeah, we could do that like when it drops or something, or
Yeah,
after it
yeah.
drops.
Drops Friday, right?
Yeah.
Exciting times. Exciting times.
Exciting, definitely.
Alrighty. Well,
All right.
ladies and gentlemen, until next time.
Peace out.
Peace out.